Sup guys, we're going to be watching the chapter 2 interlude, so basically right after chapter 2. I'm a little sad that I didn't put it with chapter 2 together, but at the same time it kind of makes sense because they're like 2 hours long or 2 hours apart. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and start this as is. I might skip ahead from time to time with the video, though, just for the fact that the gameplay isn't as important as we want it to be anyways. So we'll miss a little bit of story here and there, possibly. We'll see. Basically, you'll miss stuff like this, right? Or you, this bottom part of the story. I mean, I don't even like the shepherd, so sucks to be him. New Game Plus. Yeah, this, even though this is an alt account, Shepard seems to be sus of us for being too fast. Which, I mean, makes sense because we have the fairy AI program, so things are progressing. What was it that Y said? 7 point something times faster, or 7,000 times? I don't recall. Blah blah blah. Increase rank. Blah blah blah. How about I just start reading these, That'll help pass the time. Haha, then I wish you smooth progress with your rank up. You can do it. Are you... Okay. Lucy and Piper. You know what I totally forgot? I'm at this part in the game where you can contact people, and it's like every day you get to contact 3 people and go out on a trust little story side quest with them. I forgot to do it for like the past 3 days, but I did it today at least. I don't think this is even part of the story. That's just some side stuff. I guess they got curious. Understandable. Seeing something out of place and the game is new, so they don't know where to go. Also realizing they're playing Wise instead of Belle, which is not that common. So, good for them. A rank up mission. Does this even have to do with the interlude? I'm gonna skip ahead. Okay, let's see. So it looks like they do a boss fight. And then after this boss fight, there should be a quest thing. But that entire part was just like unnecessary, so we'll see. I don't know how often I'm gonna skip. This is why I prefer videos that's a bit more edited out. but I mean, can't do much about that now, so. That's pretty cool that, I like Nekomata. It's a very good character. I would replace Billy.
What are you waiting for? Technicolor?
Why don't you have a taste of my car?
Isn't it a good idea to have like one of each kind of type too? Right now they have 2 different attack types in the party. Womp 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 womp. Rank up mission complete. So now they should be able to do the interlude, right? Agent max level. Wait, what? The agent max level? I'm not even agent max level yet. And they're only at the interlude. How did they even get there? What? Did I miss something? What is going on? Or maybe I'm about to hit it too? I don't know. Something seems off for me. Okay, so this is part of the chapter 2 interlude. Took a little bit, but we're finally here.
So, for the monster in the square, you're really saying Hand
What's up, Nicole?
is gonna take over the remaining investigation?
What's up, Nicole?
Absolutely positive.
I can't.
We heard it firsthand, together with the Bellabog Industries people. The monster's remains will still be collected by public security, of course. But the automated evidence carrier will bring the remains to Hand once it passes through the
I like how I still have
Yeah,
that doggo energy in me.
Hand is
Like
better
tiny
than public
avatar
security
gremlin
at
energy.
investigating this kind of weird stuff. They've always had a
It doesn't
pretty delicate
change no matter what I
relationship.
use.
That PopSec officer
I'm
seems
still the
decent,
same.
though, being willing to put all that aside and hand over the case. Oh, it's getting late. I can't stay and chat. I have a client meeting scheduled later. Anyway, I'll do my
Who's
best
the
to help
client,
look for
huh?
Rain, so keep an eye out for some good news.
Thanks, Nicole. Bye.
Bye, Nicole.
Hey, Wise.
Was that Nicole on the phone just now?
Yeah, Nicole figured that we were related to
Oh,
what
they were
happened
on
in
the
square,
phone?
so she called to ask.
Oh, you know what? That
We
makes
explained
sense because I
everything
didn't
and
see
told
her in
about the mission to
person.
find Rain.
That makes a lot of
By
sense,
the way,
actually.
Kaleda also called earlier to say public security confirmed
Right.
the time to collect the monster's remains.
Finally. I hope the collection goes smoothly.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, whether it's the investigation or the search for Rain, all we can do now is wait for news. Since we don't have a lot on our plate right now, let's drop by the public security office sometime in the next couple of days.
What are we gonna do over there?
I'm surprised you forgot.
Destroy the world,
Our driver's
obviously.
licenses are about to expire. It was Fairy who noticed it the other day.
Master, I've applied for a driver's license renewal
That's cute.
for you and second assistant on the Public Security's official website. But unfortunately, the collection of the new licenses must be done in person.
Let's visit their office in
So
Lumina
wait,
Square
why is it
soon
still
then, to
considered
collect
the
our new
second
driver's
assistant
licenses.
even though you play as
The
him?
metro to Lumina Square is always crowded. Let's just drive there.
So the story still revolves as Belle is the one that Fairy is connected with? Intriguing. They're keeping it with the story and not like making it wishy-washy so people don't get lost, apparently. At least that's what it looks like to me. I thought this place was actually pretty cool. It's so big though. You can easily get lost. Hence, teleport button. Later outside a parking lot near Lumina Square. Wise, I've got bad news. The parking lot is full. What? How come? Yeah, beats me. It's only afternoon. Anyway, now we have to look for other solutions. Wow, for another solution. Same thing. I'll ask around. I'll count on you that. Wow. So you take time for those ones except the last one? Alright, I see how it is. Alright, I'm not gonna read them then. Just leave. I will say the NPCs look nice. Like, you can never tell who's a main character anymore, which is awesome. Or who's a playable character, I mean. What's even more intriguing is the fact that, like the noodle shop, that guy looks more like a playable character than the people that's actually playable characters, you know what I mean? He stands out so much, and yet you can't play as him. That's an interesting take. I'm trying not to block the chat. I need to be able to read it. Self-service system, huh? How is everything? I'll tell you how it was.
This is exhausting. I had no idea it'd be so hard to find a parking space here. We should have just taken the metro.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's my bad. I forgot.
That's
to check
actually
if
how
there
it
was
is
parking before
for
we
me.
left. But
Instead of
we
taking a
haven't done
car
much
in like
exercise
packed
lately,
places,
so let's just consider
it's
it a
best to
workout.
take like a public
You're
transport.
the one who never exercises. The only time you run is when you're using Eos's body. Speaking of things we
And if you have to
haven't
go
done
to
lately,
places that are
it's been
less
ages since we had a good meal.
populated,
Since that dinner with the cunning hares, right?
it's best to drive there yourself.
No wonder you were so enthusiastic about going out today. So that's what you were really after.
We deserve to treat ourselves with all our hard work lately. What do you think? How about we have a meal somewhere nearby when we're done?
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Okay, anything but a buffet.
No,
You're the best. Let me see what's
buffets are
better
my favorite. Ah,
why is the signal so weak?
What's wrong, Belle?
oh, damn,
Tell me
that
it's
car
zero?
went fast. Oh, dang. Oh, Belle really is going that Twilight route.
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
Jacob?
Belle! Belle! Are you
Oh,
okay?
hi, Edward.
I'm okay. Have we met somewhere before?
Have we?
Sorry, I think we've mistaken you for somebody else.
There we go, Chapter 2 Interlude, Mission Unthinkable. It only took 14 minutes in, guys.
Juyuan, Qingyi, thank you so much for your help this afternoon.
I guess it would have
If it
taken
weren't for
longer
you
if I
acting
didn't
so
skip.
fast, I'd probably be lying in the hospital right now.
Don't mention it.
In the
Keeping
hospital?
citizens
You'll be in
safe
the
is our
grave. What do you
duty as
mean?
public
Saw how
security
fast that thing
officers.
went?
And we're thankful for your cooperation. All that paperwork took some time.
Any news on how the driver is doing?
Forget the driver.
It's nice of you to ask. He's only got minor injuries, but he's quite shaken. He can't recall what took place before the accident. But don't worry, every problem has a solution. We'll find a way to get to the bottom of this.
It's getting late. Why don't you two head home? Feel free to contact us if you recall any further details about the accident.
Thanks again for your help, you two.
If you pass by 6th Street in the future, be sure to visit our video store. I'll give you a free membership card. So you live on 6th Street. I expect we'll run into each other soon. Oh, what do you mean?
Hold on, Qingyi. Being vague could give the wrong impression. Here, take a look at this. It should better explain what she's talking about.
Huh? Oh, it's an event. Public event. By the public security. I don't know who that is on the front
Security
page,
Safety
though.
Awareness Month questionnaire?
Our inspector has temporarily assigned us to the Lumina branch to prepare for this event. We'll be holding a big safety lecture here soon for the citizens. The two of us will be visiting nearby neighborhoods and distributing the questionnaires to encourage them to attend.
I see. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Welcome.
Thanks. Please, keep the questionnaire. If you're interested in the seminar, you can fill in your info and give it to us when we visit 6th Street.
See you again soon, managers. So, public security officers will be visiting 6th Street soon. That's never happened in all the time we've lived there. By the way, there's something else I want to discuss with you, Wise. It's about Juyuan and Qingyi.
What a coincidence. I want to discuss that too. But we shouldn't talk here. Their office is still nearby.
Let's head home first.
With how they drive the narrative between characters, it almost doesn't feel necessary to. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, which is pretty cool for like whatever gender you wanted to choose. And well, where was I going with this? The only difference is the fact that like you get a second choice sometimes for like the minor remark of dialogue, like something that normally wouldn't happen that you can push instead, like a quick funny haha, push this one. Otherwise it's like the same kind of dialogue between the characters that you would have either way.
Back to our earlier discussion about Juyuan and Qingyi. I knew you'd noticed too. It's not our first time meeting them. After
No,
that lab
really.
called PubSec in the Hollow, weren't they the officers who investigated? You were disguised as EOS at the time, so they weren't aware there was anyone apart from Belobog Industries present.
Good thing I didn't give us away, or we could have been in trouble.
We might bump into them again soon, so we should check the visual record of the investigation, just to be safe.
Fairy, could you extract the data from back then?
Back when?
Yes, Master. I found the footage you require.
Wait. Why is this the master? Huh? Now I
Thanks for
really
your
want to see the
cooperation.
beginning of
We
like
have a rough idea of how things unfolded.
when
Earlier today,
Fairy
you all
was being
ended
a
up
little
deep in the hollow
sassy
after the
AI,
bamboo with your carrot malfunctioned.
probably to
Then
Bell.
you were attacked
this
by
time, I
an unknown
guess.
monster right here. Is this the faulty bamboo?
Oh,
Yes, but some of its parts might have been corrupted. We'll hand over a detailed repair report later.
I'm not sure why, but something feels different about this bamboo. It looks unusually clever, almost cunning.
the cunning hairs. No, I'm kidding.
Wait a sec, Qingyi. saying things like that in front of the person filing the report might get us reported. Let's put aside how they ended up in the Hollow for now. Seems like Bellabog Industries has come across something quite extraordinary.
Absolutely. I don't remember seeing anything with such unique traits in the records. Let me take a closer look at it.
Yes, let me take a closer look by closing my eyes.
Looks like there's something inside the crystal.
She's licking the crystal.
Ooh, don't touch that! All non-forensic officers are prohibited from handling evidence without proper authorization. Besides, it's too risky, even if you've undergone corruption resistance treatments.
Inspector, the crime scene is just up ahead.
Where's that ferocious I mean, the dangerous criminal.
Inspector Bringer, what are you doing here?
What are you
two are in
doing
charge of
here?
the scene. Here come two elites of our criminal investigation department. Bring the suspect over. Get my good side when you take the picture. I need it for the headlines tomorrow.
Yeah.
Inspector, the suspect isn't here. They were attacked by an unknown being with high ether activity.
Huh? So it was just an ethereal?
Just?
No, Inspector. It had some peculiar characteristics. We suspect it to be the result of hollow mutation, or
There's
the
something I
product
need to
of
check.
some
Sorry
type
if
of
this
illegal activity.
messes anything up.
Hold on. You see now, Juyuan, it's good to be vigilant as a public security officer. But the election is just around the corner. If we reveal the presence of an unknown monster in the Hollows at this stage, my election,
I guess I could pause real quick. One
the
second.
citizens will be put in fear. Public security shouldn't make
Pause this. Pause that. Unpause this. And then unpause that.
any
Okay,
hasty
we're good.
announcements. We must investigate the matter thoroughly first.
Rest assured,
I was checking to
we've
see if I could
requested the
change
collected evidence be given to
the green
hand for
screen to
expert
something else, but
analysis.
it doesn't
We're
work.
confident we'll soon be able to.
What? It's being given to hand? I mean, you did the right thing. Still, let our forensics team handle the evidence collection. You
Whose
two
hand?
have always been my trusted aides.
Yeah,
So I have a
whatever.
very
But whose
important
hand?
task for you.
What is hand? Who is hand? Whose hand are we taking?
It's clearly a very unique etheractive being. Yet Inspector Bringer wasn't interested in the slightest. At least he didn't say no to giving over the evidence to hand. Oh, now I get it. The important task Inspector Bringer mentioned is the seminar at the Lumina branch. What's so
Oh,
special about this seminar that he has to send Juyuan and Qing Yi to manage it?
that's a good question. Why don't you go ask them?
Fairy, are you able to bring up any info related to the seminar?
No.
I'm running a search on keywords Lumina Square and Public Security Safety Awareness Month. There are several relevant
Awareness
articles by
month,
multiple
awareness
media
month.
companies.
Everything is
shall read them.
awareness month.
Given the recent surge in major incidents within the city this month, and aiming to safeguard urban security while enhancing public awareness, Janus District Public Security has decided to launch the Public Security Safety Awareness Month across the entire district. To provide citizens with practical information, Public Security has assigned several officers from the Criminal Investigation Department to assist in planning the event. Mr. Bringer, commanding officer of the district headquarters and the driving force behind the event, will also be in attendance at the seminar, which is to take place at the Lumina branch. Along with the other officers in charge, Inspector Bringer will conduct a media interview during the event to address any concerns citizens may have.
So, it's not just Inspector Bringer attending the seminar, but a bunch of media representatives as well. You hear that, Wise? Juyuan and Qing Yi will participate in the interview too. Must be quite the honor for a public security officer, right?
Right,
What do you
right.
think about this seminar?
I think it's gonna be a pain in the butt. We
don't
shouldn't
have
go.
anything going on right now, and they did help us twice. So we really should go show our support.
Okay.
I think we should
let's
just
decide
stay
then.
home and watch like
We'll tell
movies
Juyuan
or
and Qing Yi
anime.
We'd like to attend the event when they come to 6th Street in a few days.
In fact, anime movies. We should just watch anime movies. You're about to enter immersive mode.
Criminal cases have been rampant lately. To raise safety awareness among citizens, Janus Quarter Public Security has launched the Safety Awareness Month campaign. We'll be holding a seminar at the Lumina branch soon. Please come and join us if you have time.
No.
A public security event? Oh, how nostalgic. I participated in such an event years ago, you see. It was somewhat reminiscent of a coffee tasting event. I even had the chance to offer
Oh god, he's gonna go on the coffee tangent.
Coffee. Albeit, it wasn't a top-shelf roast. Oh, it's a shame public security's facilities now smell of air fresheners everywhere. No longer suitable places for enjoying coffee while freely conversing.
What do you mean?
Of course, while fine wines develop into richer experiences with time, other worthy items can go bad. Oh, I'm talking of coffee beans.
Ah, of course
So
you
to
are.
prevent the coffee beans at my
Get
shop from
no
facing
more
this horrible
coffee.
fate, I have to go grind them properly. I'm afraid I can't make the
I mean,
event.
it's nice that he
Now,
gives
if
you
you'll
like
excuse me.
60 energy a day, but come on.
Mr. Enzo, according to
Oh,
our data,
plus like
you're running a remodeling shop
extra
on 6th Street.
drops for
Would
loot,
you
I
be
guess.
interested in attending the seminar?
Well, hey, it's not often I get invited out by two young ladies, so I'd love to join you. Unfortunately, my second aunt's grandfather's son's cousin is getting married that day. I can't miss such an important family event.
Huh, I understand. In that case, I hope your relative has a great wedding.
Oh, I have a customer coming soon to collect his car. I better get back to it.
Good morning, Juyuan, Jingyi.
Good morning,
I feel
Miles.
like that's
Belle.
excuse I would make. Be like, oh, yeah, you know what? My waifu
Your questionnaires.
needs my
We
attention,
decided to
so
attend the
I gotta
seminar.
go. Peace.
Wonderful. If it weren't for you two, we wouldn't have recruited a single participant yet.
Qingyi, that's blunt.
So what? It's the truth. Besides, it's not like they're strangers, right?
Who are you?
Yeah, right. But how come nobody on 6th Street wants to go
In
to
fact,
the
who's
seminar?
this?
Everyone here is usually pretty welcoming.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Now that you mention it, there is something I'd like to ask you. Some of the residents on 6th Street only registered their names, but didn't fill in their addresses. Do you know where they live?
Oh, let me see. Asha, General Chop.
I was thinking about
Sprite should be
zooming
one
all
of
the
our
way out
members, an older gentleman.
to show my
You know all
entire
these people.
avatar the entire time for the reaction, like I do with the
How about
tiny
we help you
doggo,
take the
right?
questionnaires to them?
But
That's a
this
good
this
idea.
guy gets so
6th Street doesn't
small
usually have much interaction with public
that you
security,
almost can't even
so
see his
if the
face
officers
anymore.
handing
And
stuff out
this
all of
is
a
already
sudden,
at half
they might
body.
be wary and refuse. If it's a neighbor who brings them the questionnaire,
I don't
maybe
get to
they'll
show
be
my
more open
feet.
to it.
No feet.
Oh,
Wrong
we
way.
wouldn't want to trouble you.
No feet. Don't
No
get to see my
worries.
shoes.
It's no big deal.
Juyuan,
Ugh.
since they're willing, we should let them help.
Okay, thank you. Really. Let's split up and meet back here later then.
No. How about no? I can't tell if I'm too close or too far. I'm sorry, guys. Am I close enough? Am I far enough? I don't know. I figured this distance was alright. But I kind of prefer, like, right here. It's not too much of a difference, but to me it's a big difference. Yeah, the video store. Open up the door. Making everyone do surveys. Yeah, they have an event that we have to deal with, so help us out. Thank you. True, he can't really go anywhere as he is. How do you even say that name? Asha? Asha? Aisha? No, there's no I. I'm not into furries, but I think her character design's pretty cool. It's like stylish. Looks nice. I don't even think she's much of one either. It's only the ears, right? And like a little bit of the face. It's like the humanoid version of a furry. General Chop, let's order some ramen while we're there. Let's get some food up in here. Woo!
Hello, Wise. Bell.
Oh, it's a talking
Some
scene too.
customers
Let's go.
mentioned you were looking for me.
Nice.
I understand
Nice,
you're
nice.
helping those two officers from public security hand down questionnaires.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, do it.
So,
Do the
you
questionnaire.
already know.
One of the perks of running a store on the street
Ha,
is
ha.
being well informed. Anyway, please tell the officers I have other things to tend to them.
Yeah, is that so? Just right away.
I had a
Is
feeling
that so?
General Chop would say no before we even got here.
Mm-hmm.
And after I told Ju Yuen and Chingy we could help.
Oh, have other people said no too?
Of course they did, just like you.
Asha, Spike. Oh, and I think Tin Master and Enzo said no this morning too.
I mean, why would they want to help, right?
Is
They
there
rely so much on
something going
proxies instead of the public
It's no
security,
big
so it makes
secret. It's
sense.
just, some of us older residents on 6th Street know some things you're not aware of. Do
Oh,
you
yeah?
two know who the guy on the questionnaire cover is?
Nope.
Isn't that Inspector Bringer? I heard he came up with the event.
Then have either of you heard of the Hollow Hero from the Eridu period?
Nope.
I've never heard of it.
Well, for a while back then, that's what the residents called Bringer. Before the fall of the old capital, Bringer happened to be the commanding officer in my precinct. After being promoted
Alright,
from
that's
the front
cool.
line, despite being an inspector, he still got involved at the ground level and interacted with the residents, so they regarded him highly. Then, he went missing in a hollow during a rescue mission. But just when everyone thought he was done for, he miraculously made it back out. Just like that, he became known as the Hollow Hero.
So what's the
He
problem
was then
then?
transferred to the HQ in Janus Quarter and quickly advanced to the ranks over the years.
That's a
What's the
pretty
problem
inspiring
then, huh?
story.
It used to be, but these days, people say the Hollows have drained the Hollow Hero of all his courage. Now, Bringer presents himself as a hard worker, but we older residents can see through it. He's just putting on an act in front of the cameras. What's more, in recent years, he's clearly been cozying up to Tops. He's implemented a number of measures under the guise of benefiting the public.
What's
But
wrong
it's
with
those big
cozying up?
corporations
Don't we
that
do that with
benefit in the
waifus
end.
all the time?
He's aiming for commander of Janus Quarter in the upcoming municipal election.
Throw points
Launching
at
a
them,
safety
and then they'll be
campaign
like,
right
oh,
now,
alright.
even putting his own
I guess you
image
threw enough
on the
points at me.
questionnaire. His motives
I'll go
are
home
pretty
with you.
clear, don't you think?
Isn't that right? That's how it works. What a terrible
Sounds
way
like
to think
Inspector
about it.
Bringer is trying to advertise himself through the seminar.
Exactly. Holding the seminar is a good thing, but I can't go knowing what Bringer is up to.
Thanks for telling us all this, General Chop.
I'm just sorry I can't be of help this time around.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well,
It's
we visited all
fine.
the neighbors. It might be awkward, but it's probably time we go back and tell Juyuan and Qingyi the news.
Yeah.
We've gone up and down 6th Street, but we haven't even gotten 10 people to register for the seminar.
We've done our best. Let's get a drink and take a break.
Come on, you must know
Hey,
why.
Easy for you to say.
You guys
but
must
the
know
conference
why.
hall we're in can fit 300 people, you know? As things stand, it'll be more than half empty.
Inspector Bringer must have chosen this area because there's a lot of residents nearby, thinking it'd be easier to find people to participate. Shame many of them are from his previous precinct. A lot of them have complaints about him.
Oh, so they do know.
I was just wondering why you're in such low spirits today, when I've never seen you discouraged by difficult tasks before. But then I remembered. The inspector saved your life once.
No.
Not being able to accomplish what we'd hoped, on top of seeing him come under fire. It must make you feel even worse.
If Ringer hadn't rescued me in that hollow back then, I wouldn't even be here, let alone be a public security officer. I
Oh.
understand he's no longer the hero he used to be, but can someone who gave up his anti-corruption gear to a child be such a bad guy? Sure, he's had some dealings with Tops, but it's inevitable, especially when many of our devices are jointly developed with Tops. And besides, doesn't he always say he lacks sufficient authority to make changes? If he gets elected, maybe he might be able to turn public opinion around.
Worshipping an undeserving deity is sycophancy. Failure to act when action is needed shows a lack of courage.
What?
It means when someone
It means
flatters
he's not
undeserving
suited.
people, it's considered an act of sycophancy. If one should stand up for what is right but remains indifferent, it shows that person is a coward. As public security officers, we need to be clear about what we should and shouldn't do. There may be many different ways to interpret Inspector Bringer's actions, but only he knows whether he has a clear conscience. If his deeds were pure, even if he's misunderstood for the time being, things will work out in the end.
Yeah,
That's not true.
you're right. Hold on, someone's coming.
Sorry.
Sorry for
Are we
interrupting,
interrupting you too?
ladies.
Oh, we were just chatting. Did you go talk to the residents?
Yeah, none of them wants to
Gave them
join.
the questionnaire, but they all happened to be busy on that day. Sorry for not being very helpful.
Oh, it's okay. We're just grateful you tried it all. We're almost done with distributing the questionnaires here too. Then Qingyi and I will be heading back to the office.
Wait a minute! Officers! Oh, good. You didn't go. Oh.
What's up, General Chop Chop? What's wrong?
General Chop, did you run all the way here? Why?
It's hard to explain, but just now, there was a crime committed over there, and it's at a stalemate. Please, officers, you have to go take a look.
A crime? Let's go check out the scene.
Great. Please, follow me.
Wise, let's go see what's going on.
Yeah, I wonder what's happening. This is actually around the part where like I turned off my brain. It was like marker, head, marker, marker, take right. All right, skip. That was literally me throughout this this thing, so I could, you know, do a reaction for the story instead.
If you say there's officers nearby, then let them come and weigh in. I mean, what possible argument could there be? They were caught in the act.
Sir, caught in the act doesn't seem fair. It's similar to seeing only foam on a cup of barley latte and declaring it isn't coffee.
Calm down now, gentlemen. We're public security officers. What's going on here?
Officers, you're finally here. It's like this. I'm Gale. I'm a driver for Pegasus Logistics. I was making a delivery in the neighborhood. I'd finished the delivery and was calling the next client when I heard a suspicious thud from the back of my truck. Startled by the noise, I quickly rushed over, only to find all my ducks flying and running out of the cargo compartment. A flustered Bang Boo was caught at the scene of the crime. This is that very Bang Boo.
Look, Wise. Isn't that Bang Boo give change from the 141 convenience store?
Officers, I saw the whole thing. There was no one around when it happened except this Bang Boo. I'm sure it opened.
That doesn't mean it's the culprit.
Those ducks inside are a new specially bred variety. They're worth a fortune.
It's so sad because this happens so often. Whenever there's nothing around there, but you're like, something nearby has to be the culprit. It must be that rat.
Hey, what do you mean the door was open?
Oh, hey, they understand.
You open the door and let all the ducks
They
out.
straight up understand too. That's cool.
Sir, if I might say, I think
I thought it was only Belle that understood the Bang Boos, but I guess not. That makes things a lot more interesting.
I know them well, and I'm sure they wouldn't do anything like this.
Then tell me, why was my cargo compartment open despite being locked? Officers, there's been tons of Bang Boo committed crimes in the city lately. You gotta help me find evidence linking this Bang Boo to the crime.
I doubt it.
Hold it accountable for my losses.
I have a feeling it's something else.
This isn't just about Give Change's reputation, officers. They could lose their job. You simply must uncover the truth and prove Give Change's innocence.
Really, is a stalemate? They weren't kidding.
When I asked for instant coffee.
I can't believe there's been a crime on 6th Street, and that Give Change has gotten mixed up in it.
Wise, Give Change was already working at 141 when we first moved here. I just don't believe it'd do something like this.
Exactly.
But Give Change was the only one there when the driver realized what had happened. So it's hard to explain. Look, people are leaving. Have Jiyuan and Qingyi resolved the incident? Let's go see what's going on.
Sir.
Hi, Belle. Hi, Wise.
We overheard what happened earlier. Does the crowd leaving mean everything has been resolved?
Not yet, unfortunately. We discussed the situation and managed to calm everyone down.
Might I ask what the situation is now?
We took a look around the truck.
I've been thinking about changing my eye color for this avatar. What eye color do you think would work best?
There are no security cameras in the area,
not
so
green.
all that's
Green
left
is
to be
what
checked
I
is the
would have
Bang Boo
chosen
visual
because
record
that's like my
and the truck's
default.
anti-theft system.
Like even my VTuber
And
model
to
is green
review
eyes,
both
but
of those,
I'm using a green
professional
screen, so
technicians are
obviously
needed.
green eyes
So we
isn't
don't
gonna
have
work
an
out,
immediate
or
conclusion.
anything close to green. So if you guys have a suggestion for like eye color, let me know. I was thinking yellow might be good
If
too.
Fairy were to help, she'd be able to see Give Change's visual recording. But unfortunately, I can't do anything in front of public security.
Oh,
Anyway,
My foot.
that'll take at least 2 or 3 days.
But yeah, when I
Both the
say
driver
color,
and
like I
Ghost
also mean
Change will
like
have their daily routine disrupted somewhat during this time.
the type of
After
color,
we
so not
explained
just
the
like
situation,
blue,
the driver
like maybe
said his
like
main concern is the
pastel
whereabouts
blue,
of the cargo.
unless you
As
actually
long as
just
he can
mean
deliver the
blue.
shipment on time today, he's willing to reconcile. So, Tin Master and some
Let
other
me know.
residents of 6th Street went to look for the ducks.
In that case, Wise, let's hurry up and go help too.
We'll accompany you as well.
Oh? I thought you were going back to the precinct.
The driver may have proposed a solution, but there's a likelihood of further conflict until all the ducks are recovered, so
Oh,
we
the
can't
ducks
just
go
walk
quack,
away.
quack, quack.
Junior officers would usually be responsible for these types of cases, but handing the task over would take time, and we don't want
I will
residents to think
say,
public security
Shu
is evading our
Yan's
responsibility to the
gameplay-
public. And
Oh, it's
there's
so
something
good.
suspicious about this incident. So
The fact that
Jimmy
she
and I
like
decided
shoots
to look for
them
other
as
clues while
well
searching for the
as
ducks.
like
G-U-N,
goes into
Jimmy.
martial arts combat.
you.
It's such a
let's get going.
cool
We're pretty good at finding things, right, bro?
it's such a cool way of a character to play. At the intersection, huh? Oh no, it's a Bang Boo again. Obviously it was the Bang Boo's fault, even though it was the car that rammed into the Bang Boo this time. That's just how it goes, right? You Bang Boos are gonna be the victims. Fix the Bang Boo. You know, I don't really like these puzzles for the Bang Boo. They're way too easy. And like, it feels like a tutorial. Like all the time. It just feels like a tutorial. It's so dumb. Oh yeah, also I'm a little sad. I got bad news. I was playing the Hollow Zero mode, which gets really hard at times if you mess up. So like the fights are extremely difficult, and sometimes you have to like smash your controller like you're wave dashing. Yeah, I have stick drift now on my controller like a year ago, so it's gonna be harder for me to play Zenless Zone Zero because I can't get a new controller right now. I can't afford it right now. Much sad. But at least I got through the fight, so that's good, right? Rest in peace, PC controller. Wait, there's a duck in the box. Anyone want some duck soup? Dang, so many people, huh? Instead of apologizing, it sounds like bragging. That's so true. Hawks are the predators of ducks? Really? I mean, hawks will go after a lot of stuff, right? Including like cats. I wonder if they go after tiny dogs too. I've never actually looked that up. I only happened to stumble by the fact about the cats. I blanked out what's happening. Find the duck at the parking lot. Is that a pink duck? Oh no, it's just from the sunset. Yeah, I might be honest, I really do not care. I do not care about these ducks. We don't want to be good public security officers. You think we want to be part of the public security? Those pain in the butts? Rather be proxies. Rather just work at a video store. It's safe, it's peaceful, and it's entertaining. Why I gotta go out of my way to do some protecting
really
and
was.
violence and
You
all
totally
these
forgot to turn
mundane
off the lights
tasks?
last time you drove the car.
That's weird. I definitely turned them off. Also, it was dark when I came back, so I'd have noticed if I'd left the lights on.
Huh? What's going on? I can't turn off the lights.
Is something wrong with the switch?
I don't know, but nothing happens when I press it. The battery's gonna die at this rate. I'd better manually disconnect the lights for now. How weird. The car got serviced not that long ago. I just figured something would go wrong all of a sudden.
Yeah. Just like the other cars.
Hey, is it just my imagination, or does this situation seem familiar?
What's wrong, Chingy? Something on your mind?
All the incidents we've encountered today are somehow related to vehicles.
Now that you mention it, you're right. The van in the convenience store wouldn't start. The car that just pulled out of the remodeling shop broke down. And now Weisenbell's car lights won't turn off. If we count the missing ducks from Pegasus Logistics, that's already 4 vehicles involved.
If we count the car accident the other afternoon, that's 5 in total.
That was all because Belle was
That
distracted.
wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been distracted while walking, Belle.
But that wasn't totally my fault, Wise. My cell phone suddenly malfunctioned, and it distracted me.
Belle's cell phone malfunctioned before the car accident at Lumina Square? What kind of malfunction?
She said her phone suddenly lost signal, and a bunch of colorful stripes appeared on the screen. But it went back to normal soon after.
I knew it.
Knew
Remember,
what?
Chingy? The driver said he was on the phone at the time of the car accident. If I'm right, something else must have been going on back then.
Right. That's probably why Give Change said it felt dizzy too.
Oh. It's like an
How
EMP
did the
nade or
interrogation
something.
go?
I think we finally figured out what's really behind all the recent incidents. For now, let's get the ducks back and see if we can confirm a few things along the way. Meet us near the truck later, and I'll explain everything.
It's either like a EMP nade or like a EMP attack of some sort. I was gonna say it's like a hack, but hacking is different than that. Nyonya, nyonya.
Zhu Yuan and Qing Yi told us to wait for them here. Did they come by?
Nyo.
Oh, yeah. Here's all that happened. They just came and measured the Bangbu's electrical current data logs, asked a weird question, then left in a hurry.
Of course.
Could you tell us what they asked?
They asked me if my cell phone had malfunctioned in any way, since I'd been on the phone during the incident. My phone actually did turn itself off out of nowhere, but how did they know that?
Wait, your cell phone malfunctioned too? Something just occurred to me. All the accidents lately, could they be caused by EMP?
Yeah.
You're quite right, Belle.
Zhu Yuan, Qingyi, you're back.
Have you ever heard of an EMP emitter, sir?
I can't say I have. What's that?
When activated, it causes a sudden change of current in nearby electronic equipment, resulting in component failures or, at worst, completely burning out the equipment. Using EMP, someone could open the electronic lock on your van without even touching it, easily. At the moment your door was opened, not only did your phone malfunction, but Give Change experienced a sudden surge of current, all indicative of an EMP attack.
So you mean this Bangbu is a victim just like me? And someone else is at fault?
Yes, we believe that to be the case.
I shouldn't have been so hot-headed. What I said before... Give Change, I'm sorry I misjudged you. You have my sincerest apology.
The Bangbu.
So, who is the culprit, officers? Have you caught them?
Don't worry. Our colleagues are checking the surveillance records. We should be able to identify the culprit real soon.
Surveillance
They launched
records? How?
multiple EMP attacks
Weren't
today.
the EMP
So if we check all
work
the
on those
passersby
too?
near the crime scenes, we can narrow down our search.
Oh, passerbys. Okay, so it's like the ones that's towards Gotcha, gotcha.
Officer
It's like playing like a pattern game.
investigated the surveillance records and have a suspect. We're currently tracking him near the street exit. Should we detain him for questioning?
Immediately.
Take the shot.
Well done.
Understood. Officer, the suspect has fled. He's heading toward your location.
Just shoot him.
Chingy, come on, we'll stop him.
Just take the shot.
Okay.
Dang.
Hey, what are you doing?
Not the cat. The cat. At least they caught the cat, so that's good. Wait, she felt the EMP or something? He went into the hollow.
This is Juyuan. The suspect has fled into the hollow. We're pursuing him inside.
Copy that.
I'd have thrown it harder if I'd known he was so tough.
How are things going?
The culprit ran into the hollow and we're going after him. You two can head back now.
Okie
Let's follow
dokie.
them and see what happens, Wise.
A few minutes inside the video
Juyuan
store.
and Chingy have gone into the hollow, Wise. While I'm sure they can handle the situation, we should go into the hollow and see if we can help.
I think we're gonna skip past this part and I'll just explain kind of what happens.
We can't just let him get away with it.
Like when the gameplay starts, I
Are you
mean.
mad at him because he almost caused me to have an accident? Even if he hadn't caused that accident, he needs to be held accountable for all the trouble on 6th Street. We can go whenever you're ready. By the way, even though you're angry, remember to keep your distance from Juyuan and Chingy in the hollow. They are still officers after all.
You almost killed my sister! Oh. So yeah, basically what ends up happening, I'll go ahead and tell you guys now and let it play for a little bit. What ends up happening is you go into the hollow as the Bangbu, and you go ahead and you help out the two officers by giving them a path without letting them spot you. There's like ambushes every now and then too, not really big to the story, it's more of a gameplay thing. And sometimes you get to play as them, so that's all that happens. And I don't remember if they catch the thief, so we might see a little bit at the end. Okay, let's try to skip ahead.
Officer.
There we go. Skip to the awesome parts. Wow. So she has like one of those handguns that is like transforms into like the
Precinct's carrot won't last forever. If we act
like
fast,
this
we can catch the suspect
the
before he gets away.
monsoon kind of
Let's
weapons,
keep going.
handgun, monsoon, SMG, LMG, whatever you would call.
Master.
It's pretty
Order
interesting.
received. Assisting security officers Juyuan and Qingyi in pursuing the fugitives. Multiple biosignatures detected ahead.
Just trying to skip towards the story, since I already explained what basically is happening. I guess that's another good part about
Finally,
doing a
ripped all
bit
those
of the
ethereals.
gameplay, even though you skip the story.
I didn't expect the EMP emitter to affect ethereals so much. They just keep showing up. If we let him get away, he might
You would
continue
think that the
causing
EMP
trouble.
would stop
Yeah.
the
And having
ethereals,
one means he's
but I
likely
guess not.
connected to some sort of gang. We have to find him and get to the bottom of this.
He's part of a gang,
Let's check
huh?
around for anything that could indicate where he's gone.
No need.
Is he part of the
You don't
Strawberry Bandits?
Huh? How'd you figure that out so fast?
Traces in the snow, marks in the sand.
This is a
Observe
nice
the
song.
subtle to catch the culprit from afar.
Kind of
It's a
sounds like
skill
Undertale,
passed down
doesn't
over
it?
Generations. Want to learn how to do it?
Hold on, let me write that down. slower this time. How did you figure it out?
Traces in the snow, marks in the sand.
Is there a less mysterious way to put it? You make it sound like just a feeling.
I guess it is based on a feeling. My right hand feels numb.
I didn't realize the EMP would affect you like that. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing serious. It's just...
So is she like a robot?
Once we catch him?
Well, guess we just have to catch him fast then.
I don't understand why it affects her still.
That EMP transmitter is a real pain in the neck. You and Eos need to be careful. Juyuan and Chingy are still chasing the culprit. We should get going.
Okay, so that's interesting. So Belle is not with the Bang Boo. Wise is with the Bang Boo now. Eos.
Chingy, there's a way through here.
The Bang Boo can't reach the hole in the wall. There might be a way if we can fix this mechanism.
That should be good.
It sounds like he's doing okay.
So caught up to the bad guy, I guess. I am actually kind of curious. Would you guys prefer if I were to do a Let's Play? So basically what's happening right now, right? But with commentary. You won't see my avatar anymore though, because some games don't allow this to happen at the same time running. So it would just be my voice. What do you guys think? Would you guys like to see a Let's Play? Let me know. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'll do it if I feel like it.
All right, calm down.
I gotta do the stuff I want to do, right?
Calm down, sir.
Calm down.
All the authorities around here have already been eliminated. You're
Shut up.
now.
Really? The ethereal.
Stop talking.
I'm safe. You're the PubSec officers from before.
What's wrong? Didn't expect us to chase you all the way here?
Yeah, we're expecting us to get this far, huh?
Just surprised.
Huh?
Is all. I mean, I've been causing problems for you all, and there were so many ethereals
shit out of
nearby,
you.
but you still took the risk of coming to rescue me.
What nonsense. Protecting citizens is our duty as officers. But as they say, what goes around comes around. If it weren't for your misuse of the EMP in town, you wouldn't have found ethereals nearby.
Damn. Wait, was that a poem?
According to new Eridu laws and regulations, my colleague and I are arresting you for illegal possession of a dangerous weapon and endangering the safety of others. What's your name?
Carlo Maroon.
Thank you for cooperating, Mr. Maroon. You have the right to remain silent. Once we're out of the hollow, you can contact a lawyer or get assistance from the Attorneys Association. We should make our way back to the precinct, Chingy. Why are you looking around?
I kept feeling like there was someone else here besides us. But the feeling suddenly vanished.
Like who?
It was the
Think there are
Bang
other
Boo.
ethereals nearby?
Not an ethereal. Something smaller and more agile. Could just be my imagination. I mean, I did suffer several EMP attacks today. So my senses could still be a bit overwhelmed.
It's definitely like a
Let's go.
part android.
After we drop off Maroon at the precinct, we should go back to
Chingy
6th Street
must be
and tell
part
everyone the good
android.
news.
What happened? Oh. Just a long load, I guess. Yeah, Chingy has sharp intuition. No, you guys can't relax just yet. It's not time to relax. You got more missions to do. Oh crap, and I have Honkai Star Rail to do. Ah! I have 222 tickets for Jade, by the way. And yes, I'm going to get Jade. I don't care. I need to get Jade, alright? We're getting Jade. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I don't even need that many tickets, but we'll be fine either way. If I could somehow save like 160 tickets, I'll be happy.
I can't thank you two enough for today.
You're welcome. It's an officer's duty and privilege. Public security will contact you for any compensation-related matters, should they arise.
The last character I pulled on was
You're back.
Acheron,
So you caught the suspect?
Yeah, we just brought him to the precinct and finished our preliminary
which I guess wasn't too far away, was it? Can you believe I'm free to play?
What was his motive? For
It's because
causing
I had a
all
lot
those
of quests that I didn't do and I just left them on the side.
It's all a bit silly, honestly. He claims his initial intention was to use
And before
the
then, I
EMP
kinda
emitter
just,
to
like, stopped
steal
playing for a bit.
vehicles, but a lack of expertise led to various unintended outcomes.
Isn't possessing an
Unattended.
EMP emitter strictly forbidden in the city? How'd he manage to get a hold of something like that?
The culprit is a member of a Hollow Raider gang.
Of course he
According
is.
to him, they illegally manufactured several EMP emitters to bypass vehicle security systems.
Sir.
I see.
We'll interrogate him again to uncover what the Hollow Raiders are up to. Rest assured, we won't let them get away with it. But I can't disclose more details about the investigation.
Of course you can't.
I hope you understand.
Well, that's about it. We'll be heading back to the precinct now for the second interrogation.
I like Shuyan.
Hold on for a moment, officers.
Shuyan?
General Chop.
I don't know
was
how
there
to say her
something
name.
you'd like to ask about the case?
No, you've explained everything clearly. Actually, a few neighbors and I have something we'd like to say.
Your help today is greatly appreciated. Not only did you clear Give Change of any suspicion, but you also prevented the culprit from causing more harm in the future. And I'd like to apologize for my rudeness earlier. After speaking with my neighbors, we've decided to attend the safety lecture on Saturday.
Yay.
Here are the questionnaires we filled out.
Yay.
Really?
Well, it's aimed at enhancing resident safety awareness after all, so it wouldn't hurt to attend. We heard you were ordered to come here and prepare for the event by Bringer. We can't let outstanding officers like you fail your mission just because we're unhappy with him, can we?
That's
You're
awesome.
too kind. Protecting the safety of the citizens is our duty, but your willingness to attend the lecture helps us a lot too.
Can I also have a questionnaire, officers? I want to attend the lecture too.
Wonderful. Looks like all's well that ends well.
Yeah.
I guess that's what you call a win-win situation.
But we didn't get to go to a buffet. I wanted to go to a buffet. Head home and rest. Yep. Wait, I just realized they have two different rooms. They don't really share a room or anything. His room is so bland. There's like no vibrant color whatsoever. It's like a loss of color. Absence of color. While Belle's has like a vibrance of warm tone in contrast with the cooler tones. Trusted Officer Meow Meow. I don't even know. Is it actually over now and this is something else? Meow Meow. Part of the boxes. That's not the interlude. So yeah, you basically talk to the cat and you get a new quest. There's one where you talk to a Bangbu and help out the Bangbu. With the bear officer, Bangbu helping, which is part of the thingamajiggy. We're gonna skip all that and go towards the Chapter 2 interlude security stuff instead. The other one's like the security officer minigame thing. We don't need to see that. It doesn't have anything to do with Chapter 2 interlude. But this does. Let's go. At least I think it does. I didn't go that far, but I did see the public security officers just for a moment. I'm sure you guys saw that too, because you know, the scan bar, the skimming bar. Boop, 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 boop. How long is this? I actually don't know how long this is because they kind of have everything in the video, so I don't know. If I had to estimate, probably another 20 minutes.
It's good to see you again.
You too, managers.
You two seem to be in a good mood. I guess the seminar preparation went well?
Do we get to see the seminar?
Thanks to everyone on 6th Street. They not only signed up for the
I'm
seminar,
actually curious. Do we get to see the seminar? That'd be nice. I don't even know who. What was the guy's name? Blinker? Breaker?
Don't worry. I'll bombard you with tons of questions so you won't feel left out.
Come on. Go easy on me.
You don't know, do you? Zhu gets super nervous in situations like this. She drank 3 pots of tea just to avoid nervously coughing up there.
Aw.
Sorry to interrupt, but I have something to report. We've analyzed and located the exact coordinates of the places Maroon previously identified inside the hollow. Please take a look at this.
Thanks.
I was also just informed that Inspector Bringer is on his way.
Ah,
and
right.
is waiting to get some pictures.
Investigator, inspector, whatever.
Looks like we
Bringer.
should go meet him. We'll investigate these locations in a couple of days. Huh? Wait, there's something funny about these coordinates.
Something funny? What are you seeing?
Click.
Is something wrong?
Sorry, you two, but something is weird about this report. I need to talk to Zhu for a moment, if you'll excuse us. You can go on in.
Why so
That
serious?
officer mentioned Maroon. That's the guy who was causing trouble with the EMP emitter, right? Is something going wrong with the case? I've got a bad feeling about this. Let's try to get close enough to eavesdrop on their conversation.
Oh, they edited that. Interesting.
Those coordinates are the spots Maroon's gang scouted some time ago, right? What do you think is off about them?
You remember the monster they found in that square a while back?
Of course, the remains are scheduled to be recovered this
Oh,
afternoon.
right. In Bellabog.
Wait, what about it? You think these two cases are connected?
Oh, are they?
I just realized every location Maroon pointed out lies on the route the evidence carrier is taking.
What?
The EMP emitter Maroon used had been modified to bypass vehicle security systems. When used correctly, it can unlock car doors without damaging the electronics.
Oh,
Maroon
I see
said
what's
his
going
crew
on.
procured specialized containers for preserving etheric material. We assumed they were targeting vehicles transporting valuable ether resources for large companies. But here's the thing. Public Security's evidence carrier is the same kind of vehicle.
Meaning, the evidence carrier could be in danger. Where is it now?
Let me see. Right here. There's a slight delay in the surveillance signal.
I'm actually
The carrier
curious.
seems headed towards its
So,
destination right now.
are you guys
But
leveling up
according to
other
the record,
characters as
it
well?
stopped for about 10 minutes
Or are you
somewhere
just
in the
with the
hollow
cunning
just
hairs like the
15
main
minutes
3?
ago.
Billy,
10 minutes might
Nicole,
not
and
seem like
Anby.
much, but if
I'm
someone's
only
lying in
leveling
wait
up the
within
main
EMP
3 right
area,
now.
It'd be enough for them to snatch the
Like,
evidence. We need to
I feel
report
like
this
if I
right
were
now.
to try to level up anyone else right now,
Wait a second.
I would fall behind in the
carrier
story
might
and
have
stuff.
caused in the hollow
That's just
due to
how
changes in hollow structure
fast
or
it
some other
progresses,
reason.
I guess.
We don't have
Or
solid
how long
proof
it takes
yet
to
of an
grind for
attack on the
materials.
carrier. Even if we report our suspicions, they won't
You know, I think it's
immediately
more of the
send someone.
latter, to be
They follow
honest.
protocol and do a remote analysis first.
But let me know
You're
what
right.
you guys do.
And
I'm
if they do
curious.
that, it could already be too late.
I need to know.
Not only that, I'm worried about something else. The evidence
Because I have two
schedule was
characters
only
that are
decided
max
recently,
Constellation,
and
but
the
they're
room
level
inside the
1.
hollow is top
Anton
secret.
and
But according to
Sokoka.
Maroon, his gang had been scouting
Yeah, both
those
of them are
locations
level
for a
1, but they
while
have max Constellation.
There might be a mole in public security.
Exactly. If we report our suspicions now, we might tip them off. I'd rather head into the hollow myself.
Heck, even my Von
That's a
Lycon guy
huge
is
risk.
level 1,
You know that's against
but I have
policy.
Constellation
They could take
2.
action against us.
Or
It's
plus
urgent.
1 Constellation,
we
I
don't
should
have
say.
time to argue. We spent a long time preparing for today's seminar. With the media gathered like this, it's a rare opportunity for you to showcase your knowledge in front of the inspector. You should stay here. We're partners. You can trust me to bring back the evidence.
They're splitting
safe
up,
and
huh?
sound. You have my word.
Alright. Actually, I don't think I even seen her gameplay. You only got to play as a Shuyan, right? You gotta press it. Please, 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 please!
Inspector Bringer's car has arrived.
The inspector is already here. We don't have time to hesitate. I need to get going. I'll leave the seminar to you.
Worshipping an undeserving deity is sycophancy. Failure to act when action is needed shows a lack of courage.
Huh?
You said it yourself. An officer needs to be sure they're doing the right thing. I became an officer because of Inspector Bringer, but not for praise or his approval. I want to do for others what he did for me back then. I want to be someone who protects people.
So, you're going to...
I'm going with you. That monster in the
Aw.
hollow is anything but ordinary. We have to protect the evidence. Besides, if the inspector really is the same as he was back then, I'm sure he'll support our choice.
We can't just sit back and do nothing while the remains are in danger.
Just like last time, we should try and help them any way we can.
I actually don't think I've done this part. I might have, but I don't remember. It's gonna take a while for them to get there, right? Let's just skip ahead. That should be good for now. Oh, na 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 da, na 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 na.
Judging by our predictions, they probably have the evidence by now. Any ideas on how we're gonna get it back?
Here's what I'm thinking. To avoid raising suspicion, the suspects probably didn't damage the carrier's electronic systems. If that is indeed the case, we can check its driving record to pinpoint where exactly it stopped within the hollow. They're bound to have left some traces behind. The remains are bulky, so they can't move very quickly. Therefore, we can figure out where they went.
Makes sense. Let's find the evidence carrier and see if our suspicions are right. I've picked up the carrier's signal. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do this. Meanwhile, in the workshop.
Juyuan and Qingyi are heading out to find the evidence carrier first.
Fairy, can you try to find the carrier?
Affirmative. Attempting to locate the evidence carrier.
We need to help Juyuan and Qingyi reach the evidence carrier quickly. I'm counting on you to plan a route.
The evidence carrier signal is coming from over there.
Ugh, the mobile device here seems unusable.
Let me try adjusting the direction.
Oh yeah, I've done this. All right.
Wise, something is blocking
You basically
their way.
launch them around, and this is the one I was talking about earlier, where like they get ambushed from behind and stuff, and you basically take them out without them
Let's
even
help them find
knowing.
a shortcut to save time.
It's basically like the first one, right? So it's
These switches
just
can be used
yeah, it's
repeatedly.
basically the same.
Think carefully about the direction.
Gameplay wise, we don't really need to watch
Could the
this,
device
so
just
we're
move
gonna
by
go on ahead.
itself?
They're just like sus, being like, is there someone with us?
Drop the weapon!
No, we're not gonna drop the weapon. You can't make me.
The evidence carrier is nearby.
Jingyi, we should head over there now. Yes, finally! The carrier! Let's check on its condition.
It looks fine on the outside.
I feel like
No
anyone
signs of
that's leveled up
damage or being
characters
tampered with.
are following
Let's check
or
inside.
wait,
I'm doing this to protect
Are
the evidence, but
falling
messing with the carrier without
behind
permission will definitely require
unless they
writing
spend
up a
money.
report. And probably a pay cut too. Well, let's
or
forget
use
all that for
their
now.
points for instead of
Jingyi,
pulling
help me
to
unlock it.
get more energy.
Huh?
Character
The
progression is very
evidence
slow in
crate
this
is
game.
still here.
It's kind of
And the
annoying.
seal is untouched.
Comparing the seal with the one in the photo, the angle is off by approximately 3 degrees, and the etheric matter feels totally different from what I sensed at the square.
So, they really did get a hold of the evidence.
And replaced
They
it
were
with a
gonna
fake.
trick hand by not leaving any trace. They went through all this trouble to make it seem like it was still there.
That monster must be hiding some serious secrets. Chuyuan, watch out!
Oh. Hail bullets.
They got in cover. Idiots. They're from the Criminal Investigation Department. They aren't gonna go down easy. We've been here for hours. You couldn't keep your cool for a little longer? Hey, relax. Our intel says it's just the two of them. They might have survived our ambush, but we can take them. Hurry up and deal with them. Officers go missing in the hollows every day.
Oh no. Is that a lady officer? She's gonna go missing.
Consequences of assaulting officers?
Save your breath. We're dealing with a group of desperados. They never planned on leaving us alive.
Locking in.
No, I'm sure they plan to leave you guys alive. Just, not in the condition you're hoping for.
Drop the weapon!
I've seen enough, anime to know where this is going.
Orders received.
I've noticed the faster you get to 3,000 points for your combo up there, it lets you use your ultimates. And you get to choose it between a character, which is pretty intriguing.
Don't even try.
And it's not by how often you hit an enemy, it's by, like, the damage
These guys
done.
are tougher than I expected. And it sounds like they knew we were coming
So,
and set up an
yeah.
ambush near the carrier.
Found that out pretty recently.
What the heck is going? How could they have known we were going after the evidence?
Hey, have you gotten rid of those two officers? There they are.
They're coming after us. Run!
Warning. Multiple hostiles approaching the officer's location at high speed. The officers should change direction immediately to avoid direct confrontation with multiple armed individuals.
You hear that? Multiple enemies. They're about to be in trouble.
How are we gonna let them know, though?
Fairy, is there a way to divert the enemy's attention?
Master, I regret to inform you there are no electronic devices or controllable machines in the area.
It's too late, Wise. Look at the map. Jiwin and Jingyi are trapped. It's a dead end.
Watch out, Jingyi!
The reason why I'm not skipping this is because it's more like a cutscene, right?
Coming through. careful. Being surrounded. Stay calm.
They sure have some firepower.
I love that combat of hers. So cool.
That they deploy to deal with us.
Lucky.
There we go.
This isn't good. Jiyuan and Qingyi are stuck in the building and surrounded by enemies.
Let's keep our cool. They might be stuck, but the enemy can't breach the building easily either. Let's see if there's anything nearby we can use to help.
Master, I've detected several unstable spatial fissures near the officer's
Oh.
location. Such spatial rifts are challenging to label in standard carat data, but if utilized, they could help the target evacuate from their current location.
Barry may be able to locate the spatial rifts, but how do we tell Jiyuan and Qingyi where to go?
I can safely
Become
tap into
Bing
the
Boo.
officer's intercom within the hollow, second assistant.
But if we connect to their intercom, won't we expose ourselves?
If it doesn't expose our exact identity, I think it's worth the risk if it saves lives.
Yeah.
Is the current objective to assist the two officers in leaving the current area, or rescue the two officers who are trapped?
Are those the same thing?
Negative. Remote communication has an 87.1% chance of successfully guiding the officers out of their current area. But due to the significant disparity in forces and the limitations of long-range communication, I cannot swiftly assess the target's surrounding environment. The risk of failure will rapidly mount.
So you're saying to keep them safe, Wise has to personally guide them as a proxy?
Affirmative. However, appearing in front of public security may bring major risks.
What a pain. If they weren't public security officers, we wouldn't even hesitate.
True. True that.
We shouldn't hesitate. Zhu Yuan and Qingyi are good people. Despite the risks, I'll regret it forever if I choose to do nothing.
Wise.
This is so bizarre to me because it would be Belle being in this opposite direction.
If we work together,
It'd
we
be
might
the
able
other
to
shoe,
recover the stolen
if you
remains.
will.
Affirmative. Master's assumption is reasonable.
Well then, let's go save them.
This isn't good. They've totally surrounded us. Unless we can somehow distract them, we're stuck here. If we can't think of a way out, I'll go distract them so you have a chance to get away.
What? What are you talking about?
It was me who insisted we investigate inside the hollow. You wouldn't even be in danger right now if it weren't for me. Besides, I'm not human. I'll be fine even if my body gets destroyed. But you don't have that luxury.
Dang.
Hold up. I'm your captain, right? If someone has to take responsibility for this mess, it should be me. Besides, your physical abilities are much better than mine. If one of us has to make a run for it, you'd have a much better chance at surviving.
Now's not the time to argue.
Exactly. Now's not the time to argue.
Who's there?
Wait, it's coming from the intercom. Someone hacked into our encrypted frequency. But how?
No need to worry about that. I have a solution.
Instead of arguing about who should be the bait, how about I offer a solution that works for you both?
Who are you? Why should we trust you?
I can't convince you to trust me. I'm a proxy. Not exactly someone who should normally be talking to you. But, while I may be a proxy, I have a conscience. I can't turn a blind eye while you're in danger.
A proxy?
All right. So, what's the plan?
I'll create an opportunity for you. Now, follow my instructions.
But what about the enemy?
Leave it to me.
The poor guy.
What now?
Straight ahead. Jump into the fissure.
The fissure!
That camera view when she stopped for a second. Cake.
another fissure straight ahead.
They're closing in. They'll catch us at this rate.
I have a plan. It might be risky, but I'm sure you can do it.
We gotta use the bathroom. Lol. Dang, that's so cool. Fissure closed. Just, that's the end of the line.
We're saved.
Well, hero, now that you've saved us, do you plan on making an appearance?
Sure. We can finally talk now.
It's the Bang Boo from before.
You're a Bang Boo from Bellabog. Wait, no. There's no way an ordinary Bang Boo would be as capable as you, let alone hack into our intercom. So, who are you exactly?
Qingyi,
I am your god.
the rumors about
Bow
a
down.
legendary proxy who doesn't enter the hollows themselves, but manages real-time communication from the outside?
Phaethon.
That's me. I'm Phaethon.
So you were already watching us when we received the report from Bellabog.
Yeah, I was helping Bellabog Industries retrieve something lost. But I ended up running into that monster deep in the hollow. And as you've already guessed, I think there's something unusual about that monster too. There's some kind of conspiracy behind it, and it's connected to what I've been chasing.
In other words, you're helping us so Hand gets the evidence and can uncover the truth about the monster.
Exactly. And it's still not too late to get the evidence back.
According to page 173 of the Public Security Officer's Manual, in urgent situations, officers have the right to recruit assistants without verifying their identities.
So you're suggesting...
As long as people don't abuse it, damn. That sounds terrible.
We share a common goal. Let's work together and get that evidence.
Deal. Now's not the time for more questions. We accept your assistance, Phaethon. But as you've seen, the enemy is well prepared and has the advantage in numbers.
Don't worry, leave that to me. Since we lack manpower, we'll use the hollow against them. That's my specialty.
We've arrived at the evidence carrier area.
So just investigate the scene, I guess. Try to find the data.
Loading environment data.
Oh yeah, screw that. We're just gonna skip ahead, because that's too much even for me.
I have found a discarded toolbox up ahead.
It's time to put my expertise as a public security officer to good use.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's like too much even for me. I'm not doing that. Luckily, the puzzles are not hard whatsoever, right? The puzzles in Zenless Zone is so easy that like no one really needs a guide on them. That's why I haven't been doing guide videos for Zenless Zone either. Just for that fact alone. At least I believe that way.
Look, they're carrying
I believe
an
that's how
etheric
it is,
matter
at least.
container. Do you think this is really the stolen evidence?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Even with it sealed, its aura gives me the creeps.
Yes! Fantastic! We finally got the evidence back.
The assailants that blocked our path earlier likely haven't figured out we've outmaneuvered them and retaken the evidence. At this point, all we need to do is get out of the hollow and we're safe.
Yeah. It's time to exit.
There's an exit nearby. I'll take you there.
The exit is just up ahead.
If you
I'm
two
sure
aren't
there's a
in
boss
hurry
fight,
to arrest
right?
me today, I suppose we'll go our separate ways here.
Don't worry, I don't want to burn any bridges. It's bad karma. Besides, I've always thought indiscriminately arresting proxies isn't very fair. Circumstances aren't always the same for everyone.
Qingyi, we're officers. Should you really be saying that?
Mhm.
Anyway, thanks for your help, Phaethon.
I should thank you, too, for uncovering the threat to the evidence vehicle and fearlessly going into the hollow to protect it. Goodbye, officers. Hopefully our next meeting won't be quite so tense.
The Bangbu waddles away. Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Now that Phaethon's gone, let's hurry up and get this evidence out of here.
Alright, let's go. Wait a minute. Phaethon thanked us for uncovering the threat and fearlessly going into the hollow to protect it. Doesn't that sound suspicious to you?
Suspicious? Huh, right. Logically speaking, while monitoring the evidence carrier, Phaethon would have realized the evidence had been switched and upon seeing us assumed we were there to investigate. But it sounded like Phaethon knew what happened outside the hollow too.
How unexpected. It seems Phaethon attended the seminar today.
Uh-oh. They're gonna know. Which I guess isn't too bad of a thing. They're good people, so I'm sure it's fine. A few days later, on a hot summer day.
There you are. Are you free today? Want to come with me to the public security precinct at Lumina Square?
On a 35 degrees Celsius day, they said, let's go outside.
Huh? Public security again?
Actually, I heard Juyuan and Xingyi will be heading back to their own branch today. It's probably best not to run into them again inside the hollows. But outside the hollows, it might be quite a while before we see them again.
You're right. We should at least get their contact information.
I was thinking, how about we give them a gift too? Like a collector's edition of that popular PubSec movie, Mission Unthinkable.
Mission Unthinkable.
Good
Reference
idea.
to Mission
That's the one where
Impossible.
the main character goes against his superior and chooses to protect the citizens, right?
They're gonna be leaving soon. Let's get going.
You know, the Godfinger arcade, I've only ever played the Snake game there, despite being this far into the
Oh, we've got everything packed.
the game as
Let's
well.
get it in the car.
I'm pretty sure there was other modes too, it's just I never
we made it just
bothered
in time.
doing anything with
Hey
those.
there, managers. What brings you here?
We heard you're heading back to your own branch, so we wanted to say goodbye.
We haven't known each other for long, but we've had quite a memorable time together, right?
But, Juyuan, weren't you supposed to be interviewed on stage for the seminar? Why did that officer with glasses go up instead? Belle was really looking forward to asking you questions, but you weren't there.
I'm sorry, but we got assigned to a tricky case that day. I can't disclose the details, but it went well. Largely due to the clues you provided about the 6th Street EMP case.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Oh yeah, we got you a gift. It's a movie about a public security officer.
We appreciate it.
It's pretty smooth
but
of them
it's
to
against
work it in.
regulations for officers to accept gifts from citizens. However, could I buy the video as a customer of Random Play?
What's it called? I'm losing my track of thought because I'm listening to the
course.
story.
We'd be delighted to have you as a customer.
The reason why he
We're
asked
getting
it like
ready to
that
leave.
is so like
So how
they
about we
could
check out the
cloud it
neighborhood and finally
and make
grab
it
that
like
meal we've been meaning to
they
have?
aren't Phaethon. And I thought that was a pretty smooth
I never
thing.
expected our time at the Lumina branch to be so eventful.
Things turned out okay. The seminar settled, case cracked, evidence secure. It's just a shame. The reports we have to write are gonna be lame.
Yeah.
Is that supposed
It
to
did
be
sound like a poem. Whose phone was that?
Excuse me, someone's calling me. Hey,
You got a crappy
you've got time
ringtone.
to chat during the day? Well, this is a rarity.
Hello. I'm looking
Miyabi.
over our graduation album.
The
through our
anime furry
graduation album?
Virgil.
Now? This isn't another one of your weird
That's also
exercises,
gender
is
bent.
it?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember all of the names of our old classmates by looking at these photos. By the way, do you still remember the graduation message you wrote for me? May you become the pursuant of true justice, the sharp blade of the law slicing through the wickedness of the night sky.
Oh, all right. Yep, there's no need to shout. Someone might hear you.
My apologies.
Embarrassed?
It's just, this message really means a lot to me. How does the true justice mentioned in your message differ from regular justice? Is it comparable to the difference between an actual melon and a melon-flavored lollipop? Many people say they taste pretty much the same. But even though the melons I buy are hardly ever sweet, I still prefer the taste of real melons. Just like
It's also
the
more
pursuit of
healthy.
true justice. A real melon will always be a real melon. That can never be imitated.
Are those words of encouragement? Well, thanks. Wait, how does a member of HAND like you know that I've been reprimanded by the precinct?
Wait, she's a member of
Because the case of
HAND.
the unidentified monster discovered by Belobog Industries has been transferred to Section 6. My intelligence
Oh, is that what
officer pointed
HAND
out that we might
stands
need
for?
you to
Oh
come
my.
in and provide some
Hollow.
more detailed intel.
Something.
That
something,
thing's in
something,
your
right?
custody? Are you telling me there's something wrong with the evidence?
So Kaku is part of that
That's
gang
the
too,
reason why
then.
I'm calling you.
Right?
We found pieces of what resembles a mask within the monster's remains, and we managed to extract human DNA from it.
Does this mean you figured out the origin of the monster?
Unfortunately, no. Apart from determining the deceased as a male from the DNA, we compared it with DNA records of missing persons and criminals throughout the city, but found no matches. He may have been someone from outside the city with no known identity. But what do you think?
Since Maroon risked going into the Hollow to get it, there must be some secret on the deceased's body. I wouldn't think he's a nobody.
I agree.
Maybe it's
But as
Koleda's
of now,
father.
We're still missing the key to this puzzle.
Thanks for the intel, Miyabi.
That's
Let's
what I'm
catch up in
thinking,
a
at
few
least.
days.
Mm-hmm. See you.
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Judging from the conversation, I'm guessing there's some progress with the evidence over at HAND?
Seems so. They've made an important discovery, but that's only created more questions. Jump in, Qingyi. Let's talk more on the way.
All right, let's go.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. We're going shopping.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Perlman.
What's this?
Attorneys, always running so slowly. You're the
Oh,
one
it's
who
him again.
suggested we meet. Do you have any
Wow, it's been a
idea how
while.
long I've been waiting. Huh? Wait, it's you! Sarah! You've got some nerve to show your face!
It looks a lot like Sarah, but it doesn't.
You caused.
I don't think it's the same person.
Come now, Mr. Perlman. It was your idea to
Oh,
deal
it
with
actually
the residents
is?
in the blast zone. Not to mention the fact that your technical advisor and personal
But her eyes
secretary,
are
Sarah,
are
never
different.
existed in the first place. Well then,
Oh, I
there's
see,
no
I
need
see.
to grit your teeth. I'm actually here to discuss business with you. Please confess to all your crimes in court, and we'll make sure you get the best treatment in prison.
You and that bastard behind you are the ones who convinced me to carry out the blast in the first place. And now you want me to take all the blame. That's quite the scheme. I hear recently Belobog Industries stumbled upon a monster in that plaza inside the Hollow. And the
I'm
evidence
glad we get
collected
to
from
see
the
more of
creature's
Sarah,
remains
though.
was almost
Sarah, I
stolen.
should say.
Honestly, I've been wondering. The plaza isn't along the subway route.
She's nice.
Yet your plan included research of it and explosives for it. Your real goal is to retrieve the evidence, isn't it? I wonder what would happen if I brought this up in court.
I'm sure the judge wouldn't entertain such baseless fantasies, Mr. Perlman.
Baseless fantasies, you say? Let's get real then. What if I told you I have proof of your involvement in the Vision case, along with that of the person behind you? Definitive proof.
Hey, you heard what Perlman just said, right? I can't stand clingy men, but I must say that's quite the ace up his sleeve.
Sounds like you're enjoying this situation.
Dang.
How could that be? I'm genuinely concerned about our partnership. So what's your plan now? Will you agree to his terms?
I'll handle it.
I can't stand clingy men, but they have to let me cling on to them. It's so funny. I love the double standard. Hot pot. You know, I haven't had hot pot in like 18 years. Probably longer, to be honest. No. 16 years. God, it's been that long since I've had hot pot. I don't want hot pot. I want tofu. That's what I want. I want a hot pot tofu. So I guess that's it then. The Iron Witch, that's what I got to. That's the mission I got. Okay, so yeah, we made it to the end. We finally made it to the end. This actually felt like forever, didn't it? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I do apologize if you didn't like the fact that I skipped some of the gameplay and stuff. It's just, it wasn't really my thing, so I kind of ended up skipping it. But if you want me to like go through those next time, let me know, and I'll try to sit through those. But like, I get antsy when it's like the boring parts, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts, reactions, and opinion of the story for, the interlude of Chapter 2. And I'll go ahead and see you guys for Chapter 3. Yep.